Can I get a tissue, please? Thank you. Yes, people, we are here to review the last film of 2016 for me, which is A Monster Calls. And for those of you who are unaware of A Monster Calls is a film adapted from the book of the same name, created by Patrick Ness, who is also the screenwriter for this film. And also, please get this book, I cannot recommend it enough. And what the movie is about is that there is a little boy named Connor O'Malley, who is having a really hard and devastating turmoil in his life. Her mom, played by Felicity Jones, is dying from terminal illness. He's getting bullied by the local bullies at his own school. He has a grandmother who he's not getting along with, played by Sigourney Weaver. And he has an estranged dad who he also wants to share a relationship with, played by Toby Kebbell. The point is, for Connor, he's suffering through a lot of things. But then one night, this giant tree monster, voiced and motion captured by Liam Neeson, is saying to this boy, I'm gonna tell you 3 stories. Each one of them has to deal with a certain situation in your life. And by the time I'm finished telling those stories, every time I come to you, you're gonna have to tell me the 4th tale. And the 4th tale is basically the truth about Connor himself. The truth about his character throughout his entire life. And as the film goes on, you're just in for a tear-jerking adventure. So I've been waiting for this movie ever since the trailer came out. And then I finally did. Guys, I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart. Monster Calls is not only an excellent adaptation, but as a movie itself, it's a freaking masterpiece. You can tell that J.A. Bayona, who is the director of this movie, really put all his effort into creating this outstanding movie. First off, the storytelling is just fantastic. In the review, I said that Patrick Ness was a screenwriter for this movie, and man, did this guy not let me down. Not only does it work as an adaptation, but as a film, it's just excellent. Every single scene makes sense. Every single character in the movie, including Connor's parents, grandparents, and even his step-parent. Every single character in this movie is written perfectly well. You felt sorry for them every step of the way, and the story itself, as it moves along, and as the movie goes on, you're thinking, oh, it's just gonna be like an average kid's movie. But no, I'm saying this movie goes through some really rough messages, and actually really thought-provoking life lessons that we can actually relate to. So let's get to that Oscar-worthy acting. One of them, of course, is Felicity Jones, who plays as the mother. Seriously, she played her character so well that at a point in the movie, I just almost shed a tear. I mean, that's how great her performance is in every scene she's in. But the biggest standout for me is Lewis McDougall as Connor O'Malley. Normally, I don't mind kid actors. In this movie, this kid is just excellent. And yeah, every single scene with him is kind of touching. I like Toby Kebbell in the movie as the estranged dad. What I liked about him is that he's just not a stereotypical deadbeat dad. He's actually like another character that gives us his side of the story. Sigourney Weaver in this movie was good too. Sigourney Weaver was good as the grandmother as well. Of course, one character I love besides Connor O'Malley and his mother is the monster itself, voiced by Liam Neeson. This guy might be one of the best supporting characters of the year, if not my entire life. He's a very thought-provoking person. You can see that the monster actually really helps Connor throughout these situations in his life. And Liam Neeson not only has great motion capture, but fantastic voice work for this creature. Loved the monster in here. Loved him. Now speaking of the monster, when the monster tells Connor the stories, visual effects for the stories are just amazing. Every single story that is told from the monster is just like a combination between CGI animation and watercolor effects. And it's beautiful. Even the monster's CGI is just amazing. Now let's get one thing I absolutely love about this movie. The soundtrack. The soundtrack is one of the most emotional, tear-jerking, and best scores I've heard in 2016. And every song in the soundtrack you just want to listen to over and over and over again. And I heard this from a lot of critics that you are going to cry in this movie. Yes, you're gonna cry in this movie. I'm not gonna tell you any scenes in particular that happens, but please brace yourselves, because A Monster Calls is more than just like a fun adventure with monsters and fairy tale stories, but it's an emotional and impactful journey that you will never forget. And just so you know, I cried 3 times in the movie. It's that tear-jerking and emotional, and it's just one of the greatest things ever. Guys, A Monster Calls is a film that you need to see. Beautiful storytelling, gorgeous visual effects, Oscar-worthy acting, and great characters, a superb soundtrack with really tear-jerking scenes that you're gonna remember from days on end. And boy, was this film worth the wait. And A Monster Calls definitely, without question, gets the biggest 5 out of 5 I can give it. Guys, go see this movie, please. This is one of the best movies you're gonna see as of right now. Alright guys, that was my review of A Monster Calls. Comment below, let me know what you thought about the movie. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, or private message me on YouTube if you feel like it. And also be sure to subscribe. My name is Luke Nukem, and folks, I gotta get more tissues because this movie just, it broke me in a great way.